This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The stories, theories, and claims presented are based on publicly available sources, eyewitness accounts, and whistleblower testimony. We do not claim all content to be factual. Viewers are encouraged to do their own research and form their own opinions. Viewer discretion is advised. Do you ever feel the world is full of mystery? Like there are things happening around us that we can't explain? Well, if you do, you are going to want to subscribe to our channel. We explore the unknown, the unexplained, and the downright weird. So if you are easily scared or disturbed, then maybe stick to watching Mr. Beast videos. But if you're brave enough, then watch this video until the end. Don't say we didn't warn you. Let's talk about deep underground military bases, or DUMBs, underneath the surface of the United States, and possibly all over the world, are rumored to be massive, secretive military installations. These aren't your typical bunkers. We're talking about entire cities built underground with advanced rail systems, labs, and technologies far beyond what the public knows. One of the most famous is said to be under Dulce, New Mexico, where whistleblowers claim there's a joint base run by humans and non-humans. Then there's the Denver International Airport, whose strange art, underground tunnels, and Masonic symbols have fueled rumors of it being a gateway to a massive underground network. These bases are often linked to alleged black budget projects, programs so secret that not even Congress knows they exist. Some claim the US government, and others, have been building these facilities since World War II, using boring machines that melt rock to create smooth, glass-lined tunnels. Are they for survival during a nuclear war, storage, or alien tech? According to rumors, this subterranean installation at the Dulce base extends over 150 acres and is 7 levels deep. It is home to a myriad of top-secret government activities. Proponents of these theories claim that the base serves as a joint human-alien facility, a testament to the alleged collaboration between our world and worlds beyond our own. This audacious claim is further bolstered by stories of genetic engineering experiments and recovered alien technology, suggesting a level of scientific advancement far beyond our own. The existence of the Dulce base and its supposed extraterrestrial connection remain shrouded in mystery. The US government has consistently denied any knowledge of such a base, leaving the public to pore over satellite images and witness accounts in an attempt to piece together the truth. The intrigue only deepens when one considers the alleged security measures in place at Dulce. Rumors abound of heavily armed guards and high-tech surveillance systems designed to keep prying eyes away from what goes on beneath the surface. It's a world of intrigue and secrecy where the boundaries between science fiction and reality seem to blur. But the intrigue doesn't end at Dulce. Across the country, the Denver International Airport has emerged as another hotbed of conspiracy theories. At first glance, it's a modern marvel of engineering, but upon closer inspection, many believe it's also a gateway to a vast underground labyrinth. Strange gargoyles, mysterious murals, and cryptic inscriptions have all fueled speculation that the airport is more than just a transportation hub. It's a nexus point for a vast network of underground tunnels and bunkers that could stretch as far as the eye can see. Some believe these tunnels connect not just various parts of the country, even continents, creating a subterranean web that allows for the quick and easy movement of people and resources. Others believe these underground facilities are part of a larger plan for the continuation of the government, a way to ensure that even in the event of a national disaster, the wheels of power would continue to turn. One thing is clear: they capture the imagination and fears of people around the world. So if there's nothing going on, why the secrecy? So, do you believe there are underground bases or cities? Let me know in the comments. Rising 14,179 feet above the landscape, Mount Shasta is a towering sentinel of the Northern California wilderness. Its perfectly conical peak is wreathed in snow, and its slopes are dense with forests of pine and cedar. But beneath these familiar sights and sounds lies something far stranger than most dare imagine. For decades, this mountain has been a magnet for the unexplained, from ancient Lemurian legends to mysterious lights seen hovering above its summit. Is there truly a gateway to another world hidden in plain sight? Let's explore. In the summer of 2007, a group of campers from San Francisco decided to go hiking near Panther Meadow on the western flank of Mount Shasta. According to local lore, this area is rich with spiritual energy and is said to be one of the most powerful vortex sites on Earth. Perhaps the group was hoping to experience this energy for themselves. That evening, after pitching their tents, several hikers reported seeing 3 strange glowing orbs floating silently above the tree line. These objects made no sound, moved in a synchronized triangle, and glowed a bright blue color. One of the campers, Melissa T., later recounted the scene in an interview. She said the orbs seemed to hover silently and majestically above the mountain. They were perfectly still and floated in a triangular formation like nothing we'd ever seen before. Fascinated, Melissa and her companion began hiking up the mountain to get a closer look. As they climbed higher, the forest grew thinner, the air thinner still. And soon the 3 strange lights appeared just over the next ridge. To their astonishment, as they watched, 2 of the orbs slowly descended down the slope and vanished from sight. Melissa said she felt an overwhelming sense of peace and connection with nature, unlike anything she'd ever experienced. Then suddenly, inexplicably, Melissa and her companions began to feel a strong urge to follow the orbs. Despite having no clear view of where they landed, the 3 hikers began wandering off down the slope, deeper and deeper into the forest. According to Melissa, they followed an invisible path, drawn by an unseen force. After about an hour, they found themselves in a completely different area of the mountain. Confused, they checked their compasses, which were spinning wildly and seemed to be malfunctioning. Then they noticed something even stranger. Their watches, cell phones, and other electronic devices were dead, drained of battery power for no apparent reason. Panicked now, the group turned around and began hiking back toward the trailhead, following what little light they could see through the dense trees. After what felt like hours, though likely only minutes, they finally emerged from the woods to find their camp. Disoriented, shaken, and barefoot, the hikers immediately called for help. Rescuers arrived quickly. The campers were so disoriented, they couldn't provide any clear directions to where they had been. A local paranormal investigator later interviewed the group. He believed they had stumbled into an area of intense electromagnetic energy, perhaps caused by a natural anomaly or advanced technology. Whatever the case, the hikers had experienced a phenomenon known as missing time, a common element in alien abduction cases. Melissa and one of her companions never returned to Mount Shasta. The other hiker, however, was so intrigued by his experience that he went back several times hoping to find answers. But each time he approached the mountain, he felt compelled to turn back. But the mystery doesn't end there. 1985, a man named Jerry Willis claimed he had his own brush with the unexplained on Mount Shasta. While hiking alone near the summit, he encountered a tall, thin man wearing a white robe. Jerry described the man as having golden skin, flowing white hair, and deep blue eyes. Startled, Jerry asked the man his name, and in an instant, the man sent a thought directly into his mind. He told Jerry he was a Lemurian, an ancient race said to dwell within the earth. Taking Jerry by the hand, the being led him through a nearby crevice near the summit. This opened to a hidden cavern that descended deep into the mountain. Inside, Jerry saw huge crystals and humming machines unlike anything he'd ever seen. At the end of the tunnel, he came upon a vast chamber filled with light. There in the center sat a large, disc-shaped craft glowing softly. Jerry approached and reached out to touch it. Then everything went black. He awoke sometime later near his campsite with no memory of how he got back. His compass no longer worked and his camera, which he had specifically set to photograph the man, was completely wiped of all images. Jerry would go on to speak at UFO conferences around the country, claiming Mount Shasta is a portal used by extraterrestrials and inner-Earth beings. Adding to the mystery, the U.S. Forest Service has restricted access to many caves and areas around the summit, citing vague reasons of safety and preservation. Some believe the government knows the truth about Telos and is desperately trying to keep it secret. Others think Shasta may be one of several entrances to a global inner-Earth network. What is certain is that the mountain holds more than just snow and stone. Do you believe Mount Shasta is hiding a gateway to another dimension? Or do you have a different explanation for the strange activity reported there? Deep beneath the scorching sands of Nevada, hidden in a desolate wasteland of flat, gray nothingness, lies the world's most secretive military base, Area 51. For decades, its very existence was officially denied by the U.S. government. But in 2013, the CIA finally admitted its existence, revealing that the base was used to develop and test experimental aircraft. But what they didn't reveal is what's really going on there. Here are some scary things revealed by whistleblowers about Area 51. Bob Lazar. When you hear the name Bob Lazar, your mind immediately conjures up images of UFOs and aliens. Bill Uhouse, another former government insider, corroborated Bob Lazar's claims that there are facilities hidden beneath Area 51. According to Uhouse, these facilities are connected by a series of tunnels which stretch over 150 miles in length. In fact, he said that these tunnels can be found all over the United States and that they form a sort of network that allows people to travel from one secret facility to another without ever being seen. Specifically, he mentioned that there are tunnels connecting Area 51 to Dulce Base in New Mexico, Wright-Patterson AFB in Ohio, and Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado. But the tunnels don't just connect these locations, they also allow for the transportation of materials and personnel. According to Uhouse, tunnels are equipped with advanced magnetic levitation trains that can travel at speeds of over 300 miles per hour. These trains are used to move people and equipment quickly and efficiently from one part of the country to another. Carries top-secret government documents and personnel. All of this might sound like the plot of a sci-fi movie, but it's all too real according to many whistleblowers who have come forward with their stories. The rumors suggest that underneath the military base lies an entire underground city. It's said to be home to many of the base's workers and their families, and is complete with all the amenities one would expect to find in a typical city. Hospitals, schools, shops, and even parks are rumored to be located within these underground facilities. The buildings themselves are said to be constructed from concrete and steel and are designed to withstand the harshest of environments. But that's not all. There are also rumors of strange, mysterious chambers scattered throughout the underground complex. These chambers are sealed off from the rest of the city and are only accessible to a select few individuals. Some believe that these chambers are used for top-secret government experiments, while others speculate that they may contain evidence of extraterrestrial life. Whatever the truth may be, it's clear that there are parts of the underground city that remain hidden from the public eye. With all of these alleged facilities, it begs the question, why are they being kept secret? Are the government and military trying to hide something from the public? Or are these facilities simply too expensive or advanced for the average citizen to know about? Perhaps there's something in between? Maybe some of these facilities are used for top-secret military operations that the public doesn't need to know about, while others may hold evidence of extraterrestrial life that the government is trying to cover up. We may never know for sure. But one thing is certain, there's a lot more to Area 51 than meets the eye. While the mainstream media often writes off these claims as the ravings of conspiracy theorists, there's a disturbing amount of consistency in the various accounts. Moreover, the sheer number of whistleblowers willing to risk their careers and reputations lends credence to their claims. Consider the gravity of their allegations. If these individuals are lying, they could face severe legal repercussions, not to mention social stigma. Their testimonies, though often contradictory in details, converge on several key points, suggesting a hidden reality beneath the official narrative. These accounts, taken at face value, paint a picture of a world far more complex and intriguing than our government is letting on. Whether one chooses to believe them or not, these stories offer a glimpse into a hidden world that may be closer to reality than we would like to admit. Do you believe these whistleblowers? The Grand Canyon is a place of superlatives. It's one of the world's largest canyons. It's home to the Colorado River and contains layers of history spanning hundreds of millions of years. For decades, it's been a place of pilgrimage for hikers, nature lovers, and anyone who wants to see one of the planet's most awe-inspiring natural wonders. But some who venture deep into this vast chasm come back shaken, forever changed by what they encountered. Others simply don't come back at all. Officially, the Grand Canyon is open to the public, yet many have witnessed unsettling things in certain areas. Some sections of the canyon's vast network of trails seem almost alien-like in their remoteness. And some of these paths lead to places that some say are best left undisturbed. There are parts of the Grand Canyon that are off limits to the average visitor, restricted zones where the government says you can't go. The official reason is usually cited as hazardous terrain. But there are rumors that there's more to these closures than meets the eye. According to these rumors, there are sealed entrances to mysterious caverns and maybe something else that we aren't supposed to find. Many stories come from around the Tonto Plateau, an isolated region within the canyon that seems almost primeval. Some hikers claim to have lost hours of time here, wandering in circles despite following marked trails. Others say they felt compelled to keep walking forward, deeper and deeper into the canyon's heart, as if drawn by an unseen force. One hiker described their experience in these parts, saying, "It's like walking into a dream that doesn't want you to wake up." Many tales also come from around Marble Canyon and Point Imperial, both remote sectors with restricted zones. Rumors swirl that there are sealed caves and even underground facilities down there, but no one really knows for sure because the government won't say. Former Grand Canyon National Park Service employees have come forward with unsettling stories of their own. One former river guide who spent over a decade working the Colorado River within the canyon's depths told of a harrowing night near one of the rarely accessed caverns. He and his group camped near an opening that locals called the Devil's Kitchen. That night, as the river flowed past, he heard a deep humming echo through the rock walls. It wasn't the wind, he insisted. It felt alive. Then later in the night, he saw an eerie glow emanating from the canyon wall itself, as if light were coming from deep within the stone. When he reported it, his supervisor told him to drop it for your own good. Another former ranger shared his story of a late-night patrol near the Tonto Plateau. He and his trainee noticed a sealed cave entrance. Just beyond it, two men stood guard in military-style gear. When the rangers asked questions, they were told to leave the area immediately and not stick their noses where they didn't belong. The next day, their patrol route was changed indefinitely, with no explanation. Then there's a story of a solo backpacker who claims she once followed mysterious six-toed footprints along a cliffside trail. The prints led her to a narrow fissure between rocks. Inside, she saw strange symbols chiseled into the stone. Just as she reached to photograph them, a helicopter appeared overhead. It circled twice and then vanished. When she returned later, the symbols were gone, as if chiseled away. Now, all of these stories seem fantastical and outlandish. But the witnesses are credible people with nothing to gain by coming forward and everything to lose. Some theorists believe there's a vast network of underground tunnels, stretching from Area 51 in Nevada all the way to the Grand Canyon and beyond, possibly connecting secret military bases, ancient caverns, or even extraterrestrial sites. Whistleblowers have hinted that tunnel boring machines are used to carve out deep, hidden networks beneath the American Southwest. A few reports claim that the Grand Canyon's restricted zones serve as drop points or access sites for covert operations connected to Area 51. According to some accounts, black helicopters or unmarked craft have been seen flying low through remote canyon airspace, possibly entering camouflaged openings or concealed hangars. Some believe remote Grand Canyon zones are used for testing advanced propulsion systems, gravity manipulation, or even reverse-engineered alien tech. Just like at Area 51, this ties into claims from hikers hearing low hums, strange vibrations, or seeing brief flashes of light, all potentially linked to exotic technology. One thing's for sure, if there is a vast network of tunnels beneath the American Southwest, the government doesn't want us to know about it. Do you think there are tunnels linked to secret bases and cities in the Grand Canyon? Antarctica. A frozen wasteland, untouched and desolate. But beneath the miles of ice and secrecy, many believe the continent hides an ancient underground world that predates human history. Nazi Germany had an extensive program in Antarctica. During World War II, they explored the continent extensively and allegedly discovered vast underground caverns. These so-called warm zones could be pockets of geothermal activity beneath the ice. They could support life or hide something long buried. Secretly, the Nazis built a base in the 1930s under the guise of scientific research. The base was used as a supply depot for German U-boat operations in the Atlantic. And when the war began, it served as a coaling station for German surface ships. It was also used as a weather station and for radio direction finding. The most famous of the German expeditions to Antarctica was the 1938-39 Deutsche Antarktische Expedition, also known as the New Long March, led by German naval officer Karl Dönitz. The expedition set out to map the coastline of Antarctica and search for signs of German whaling ships lost in the area. The expedition also carried out scientific research and exploration and was the first to reach the South Pole in a submarine. But what really happened in Antarctica during World War II? Did the Nazis discover evidence of a lost civilization beneath the ice? The truth is likely buried in the snow. Some researchers believe that the warm zones may have been caused by nuclear reactions. This would suggest that the Nazis were aware of the existence of nuclear energy long before it was developed in the West. The reality is that there have been many unexplained phenomena observed in Antarctica. In 1961, for example, a team of scientists recorded strange sounds coming from beneath the ice. The noises, which were later dubbed the whistle, have never been identified. There have also been numerous reports of strange lights and objects seen in the sky over Antarctica. While some of these can be attributed to natural phenomena such as auroras, others remain unexplained. It's important to note that the vast majority of Antarctica is covered in ice, and very little is known about the continent's interior. As such, it's possible that there are many things hidden beneath the ice that we don't know about. In recent years, satellite images have revealed massive geometric shapes and entrances across the continent. Many believe these are the tops of pyramid structures or openings into massive underground bases. Some believe that the continent is home to ancient ruins that have been buried by ice, while others believe that aliens may have left behind artifacts that we don't yet understand. Whistleblowers have come forward claiming that there is a massive cover-up going on in Antarctica. They say that there is a large-scale effort underway to hide evidence of a lost civilization from the public. The truth is that Antarctica is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. In 2001, a small international research team stationed at a remote Antarctic outpost reportedly embarked on a week-long expedition to study anomalous magnetic readings detected deep within the continent. Expedition returned early, days ahead of schedule, missing equipment, visibly traumatized. According to the base medical staff, several team members refused to speak and displayed symptoms of acute psychological distress. One reportedly kept whispering, "It's watching us. It's still beneath the ice." Unofficial sources claim that the team encountered a massive subterranean structure, possibly ancient, with symbols and technology they couldn't explain. Others suggest they witnessed an opening to an underground facility, guarded or inhabited by non-human entities. The expedition logs were immediately classified. One of the scientists later disappeared after speaking to an independent journalist. The rest were reassigned or medically discharged. To this day, there is no official record of the expedition, but whispers about it continue among Antarctic personnel. As of today, 56 countries have signed the Antarctic Treaty. The Antarctic Treaty bans military activity, mining, and territorial claims, ensuring the continent remains dedicated to peace and scientific research only. Many believe Antarctica hides secret underground bases, possibly Nazi, alien, or military, shielded by ice and protected under the Antarctic Treaty's restrictions. Do you think the treaty was signed to cover up hidden history, underground alien bases, or something else? What if underground cities aren't just hiding ancient secrets, but man-made horrors? According to some whistleblowers, the deepest underground facilities house more than just military tech. They contain genetic laboratories where classified experiments take place far from the eyes of the public. Dulce Base in New Mexico is the most cited example. Anonymous sources, including alleged former employees, describe multiple subterranean levels. The upper ones used by humans for military research. The lower ones allegedly shared with non-human beings conducting hybridization programs. The stories are disturbing. Human-animal hybrids, psychic children bred for remote viewing, biological cloning, genetic enhancements. Some even claim these labs are part of a global alliance working toward post-human evolution or alien collaboration. Thomas Costello claimed to be a former security officer at the Dulce base, top-secret, multi-level underground facility hidden beneath Archuleta Mesa, New Mexico. According to Costello, Dulce was not just a military installation, but a joint human-alien complex with 7 underground levels, each more classified and terrifying than the last. He described Level 6 as Nightmare Hall, a floor dedicated to genetic experimentation. Costello said it housed human-animal hybrids, cloned beings, and even mind control experiments. Creatures were kept in cages and vats, many of them screaming or in a trance-like state. Costello claimed the deeper levels were co-managed by a race of Greys, and that communication was done telepathically. Human workers were constantly monitored by security, biometric scanners, and even non-human overseers. Eventually, Costello claimed he joined a resistance group within the base that tried to smuggle out evidence. After exposing what he knew, he vanished without a trace. No verified photo, no confirmed location. Many believe he was either silenced or forced underground. Others say he was part of a psyop. But his disturbing account continues to spark theories about what lies beneath our feet. Another whistleblower, Phil Schneider, wasn't your average conspiracy theorist. He was a geological and structural engineer with a high-level security clearance who claimed to work directly on the construction of deep underground military bases, or DUMBs, across the United States. In his final years, he went public with claims that would shake the foundations of everything we thought we knew about government secrecy. Schneider said he helped build 13 underground bases, including one near Dulce, New Mexico, a facility allegedly shared between the U.S. military and extraterrestrials. In 1979, according to Schneider, a drilling crew accidentally breached a subterranean alien facility. What followed, he claimed, was an all-out firefight between Delta Force soldiers and gray aliens, killing over 60 military personnel. He described being hit in the chest by a beam weapon, which burned off fingers on his left hand and left a massive scar along his torso. Only 3 humans survived that encounter. Schneider said the U.S. government had signed treaties with extraterrestrials, trading human experimentation rights for technology, and that he couldn't stay silent. In the years that followed, he gave dozens of lectures warning about underground bases, black-budget projects, and the secret construction of magnetic levitation train tunnels that connect bases across the country. He also claimed that trillions of dollars were being funneled into these secret programs, hidden from Congress and the public. Phil said he was being followed, threatened, and had survived multiple assassination attempts. He wore a gun holster during his talks. In 1996, he was found dead in his apartment, officially ruled a suicide, but many pointed out the suspicious circumstances. The rubber hose used didn't match his injuries. Apartment was ransacked and crucial medical records were missing. Supporters believe Schneider was silenced for revealing too much. Skeptics call his story a fabrication. But even now, his lectures circulate widely online, fueling ongoing belief in underground warfare, secret alien treaties, and hidden high-speed tunnels beneath our feet. Whether madman or martyr, Phil Schneider became a legend in the world of hidden truths. And in his own words, the truth is stranger than fiction, especially when the government is involved. Rumor has it that DUMBs could serve as a fallout shelter for the elite in the event of a nuclear attack. The U.S. government has never acknowledged any of these rumors. The secrecy surrounding these supposed DUMB sites only adds fuel to the fire of speculation. The mere suggestion of hidden underground facilities capable of withstanding nuclear blasts and containing advanced technology draws people in, fueling people's speculation. It's easy to see why people would want to believe that there are secret bunkers hidden away with enough resources to sustain thousands in the event of a disaster, or that there are places where governments can safely store evidence of alien life and study it away from the prying eyes of the public. Imagine the shockwaves that would send through the scientific and religious communities. Evidence of new life forms were found thriving in secret laboratories. Would it redefine our understanding of biology and evolution? Or does this suggest a more radical possibility that governments around the world are in possession of knowledge regarding extraterrestrial life that they are keeping from the public? The idea of secret facilities housing undiscovered species or extraterrestrials is truly captivating. It opens up a Pandora's box of questions about the nature of life and the boundaries of scientific discovery. At the same time, these underground sanctuaries raise questions about power, privilege, and social inequality. The ability to construct elaborate bunker systems and stockpile resources is not equally accessible to all. These facilities often symbolize the wealth and influence of the elite and powerful, who can afford to build their way to safety, while others are left more vulnerable. Whether they're used for military purposes, resource storage, or as sanctuaries for the elite, these bunkers represent our fascination with the unknown and the desire for security in an uncertain world. While much of what goes on below the surface remains hidden from view, we can still appreciate the intrigue and complexity of these underground spaces. By continuing to explore and analyze these mysteries, we not only satisfy our curiosity, but also gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, don't look up.